Welcome to my views and news. Sunday's first video, viewers. The first news story is about an Eritrean artist who made fun of TPLF at the ongoing celebrations in Massawa. We know that in Massawa, Fenkil celebrations are being held commemorating the operation conducted by TPLF in 1990 against Ethiopian forces in Massawa. Massawa is there too. There, an Eritrean artist criticized TPLF. He made fun of TPLF. He used terms like mice, squirrel, monkeys for the TPLF. Details for you. Secondly, Oromia region-based Orthodox faction held a press briefing last night. We were waiting for the position of this group after the Orthodox Church led by Abune Petros cancelled Sunday's protest. So what is this synod? It called itself a synod, by the way. What is this synod's position now? The synod, Oromia synod, is demanding apology from Orthodox Church Holy Synod. Thirdly, viewers, Abune Petros was interviewed. Abune Petros, Secretary General of Orthodox Holy Synod, was interviewed by a journalist last night. The journalist asked questions about the understanding between the church and the government and what would happen in case of failure on the side of the government to implement the understanding. Firstly, viewers, we have a small clip for you of an Eritrean artist who criticized, who made fun of TPLF at a gathering, a program in Massawa. In Massawa, Fenkil celebrations underway. In 1990, Eritrean people, Liberation Front fighters, took control of Massawa port through a land and sea operation. And that is seen as a milestone in the struggle for independence. Every year, Eritreans in and out of Eritrea celebrate Fenkil. And this year, celebrations underway in Massawa, where Massawa was seen too. Last night, I showed you some pictures of Massawa while he was attending a program being held in Massawa. Several cultural sports activities are planned. 3-day celebrations started on the 10th of February on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3-day long celebrations, mostly in Massawa. There, an Eritrean artist whose name is Wedi Shawil performed. And his performance was an attempt to humiliate TPLF. He used the terms like monkeys, mice, squirrel for the TPLF. The title of his performance is Miscalculation, Incomplete Mission. He said, we warned them. Our warning fell on deaf ears. And in the end, pants are down. They were bluffing. Chifra were bluffing. Chifra is the term which is used for TPLF by Eritrean president. Massawa used a term Chifra Vijayane for TPLF, like Ethiopian government has been using the term junta for Tigray People's Liberation Front. So Massawa used the term Chifra Vijayane. And the singer, the artist used the term Chifra as well. He said that Chifra were bluffing the people. And Shavoya. Shavoya is the term used for Eritrean. Eritrean government, you can say, by the TPLF. Shavoya chased them. They built a wall. Chefra built a wall. Wall was built by mice, and the wall crumbled when it heard a cat's sound. Lyrics of the performance, I'm trying to translate for you. And he said, when Chefra was chased, they were hiding in the cracks of mountains, in monasteries, and in caves. We said, we will crush you, and it happened. So, all his performance was filled with criticism of TPLF while he was performing in connection with Fenkil. No mention of what happened in 1990. Rather, all his terms which he used are about TPLF. Now, the purpose of sharing this new story with you is that people should be careful. How long will this rhetoric of hate continue? There must be some reconciliation between TPLF, Tigray people, and Eritrean people. That is the way forward for peace in this region. But if Eritrean government keeps on backing such artists, such performance, it means that perhaps reconciliation will be difficult to achieve and to talk about. How will the people of Tigray, how will the TPLF talk to Eritrean government if such performance is allowed at a celebration? These are official celebrations. Everything is official, viewers, in Eritrea. No artist can perform without official approval at such gatherings. I don't know if Isaac Worki was there or not at this program, but he was in Massawa. So, Eritrean government should also try to correct its course. This is the time to show grace, to show magnanimity. Talk to TPLF, hug them, make them feel comfortable, and make a new start. That is the way to move forward. Otherwise, if you keep on spreading hate, it won't resolve the bilateral issues, and people will keep on mistrusting each other. People should be careful on both sides. They should discourage such performance, such expression of hate and humiliation for the other side. Secondly, viewers, Oromia region-based Orthodox faction, which calls itself a Synod, held a press briefing last night. The press briefing was held after Orthodox Church cancelled Sunday's demonstration. The Synod also cancelled Sunday's demonstration. And then we were waiting for the Synod's position about court order, about the understanding reached between the Orthodox Church, led by Abune Petros, and the government. The Synod says nothing has changed. Synod's position is the same. Court has only restricted the Synod from taking control of new churches till the 15th of February. Taking control of new churches. And on the 15th of February, court will again hear the case, and then final decision will be announced. And interestingly, the Synod demanded an apology from the other side, from Orthodox Church, led by Abune Petros and the Holy Synod. And this faction based in Oromia mentioned historical grievances, material written in religious books, material which is against, which is filled with hatred for other nations and nationalities of Ethiopia, including Oromos. So it means that now it's not just a case for the use of Oromia region's language at Oromia churches. That was the main point raised by these archbishops when they split. They said that Oromo language was being denied to the people of Oromia at Oromia churches. Now they are raising historical issues, material written in religious books. And I have heard about this material from several other sources too. They say that such material is written, and the church never distanced itself from such hateful material. People say, Sajid, Oromia region-based Christians, Orthodox Christians, they have genuine concerns, historical grievances. They were wronged by the church, but you're not raising that issue. I don't speak on behalf of Orthodox Church led by Abune Petros or this Oromia region-based faction. I share their positions with you. Whatever they say, I share with you. That is what my job is. I don't want to get into what is written in the books, written hundreds of years ago or decades ago. So I don't want to get into that sort of detail, but I am open when it comes to sharing information from both sides, leaving it to the viewers to decide who is speaking the truth. So it means that Oromia Synod, and there is no reconciliation between this faction and main Orthodox Church, because this faction is demanding apology from main Orthodox Church group. So the understanding reached between the government and the Orthodox Church does not include the restoration, reinstatement of these archbishops as members of the Holy Synod, it seems. That is why they are adamant. They are raising new issues. They are demanding apology from Orthodox Church led by Abune Petros. Thirdly, viewers, Abune Petros, Secretary General of the Orthodox Church of Ethiopia, was interviewed by a journalist last night, Mesay Mekonnen, who said goodbye to journalism a few months ago. Then suddenly he thought of restarting his career. And Mesay Mekonnen asked questions about the implementation of understanding reached between the government and the church. What would happen if the government did not implement the understanding? Abune Petros said, if the government did not implement the decision and the understanding reached, the church would spend Sunday in prayer, and it could call for a rally on Monday. Basically, he was saying that church can announce a new protest anytime. The church will wait for a few days to see the commitment of the government, and then church will make a decision about its future plan. I think church will wait till Wednesday when court will meet again. And maybe church will wait for the conclusion of African Union summit as well. That is why we might not see new announcement today, though anything can happen. And Ethiopian government is making preparations in advance. In Addis Ababa, command post of Ethiopian National Defense Force has been set up. Like we see command posts in those areas where there are conflicts, where there is real law and order issue, like in Oromia Special Zone a few days ago. Command post was established after there was large-scale fighting between Oromo fighters and Amhara forces in neighboring North Shore Zone. Like we have seen command post established in Gurage, I think, in Vulaita, where people were protesting against the holding of referendum there. So command post established in Addis Ababa as well. Several security measures being put in place. Government is making preparations that in case of a new protest announced by the church, government should be prepared in advance. Thank you for watching.